I like this bit. The Union is the best insurance policy ever devised. That's a good phrase. The Union is the best insurance policy ever devised. We're going to remember that one, and we're going to repeat that one, and we're going to keep putting that into public consciousness. The Union is the best insurance policy ever devised. And goodness me, we know that. If you're self-employed, most of us anyway, if we're self-employed, we've been able to get furloughed, which is amazing, really, when you think about it. There's also been a lot of help to a lot of other people. And our advice to the British government is this money is best coming into Scotland when it's spent directly over the heads of the Scottish nationalists. For example, if you're self-employed, and I can't speak for everybody, but for most people who are self-employed, you go onto HMRC, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs website, you fill in your details, and bang, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, HMRC, tax people will pay you directly into your bank account. You don't need to go to Nicola Sturgeon. You don't need any kind of Holyrood office to mediate that. They want to mediate it, which means they want to mess it up. No, you just get the money spent straight to you from the British Treasury into your bank account. That's the way you do it. Don't let the SNP get their hands on it at all. And that stands for when you're following self-employed people, but it also stands for when you're spending money into Scotland. You know, and this is going to have to happen as we're going into building up infrastructure and trying to get the economy going again. The best way is to find ways of spending money directly from the British government into the bank accounts of companies and people in Scotland, rather than putting it to the Scottish Parliament, who will just misspend it, spend it on their pet projects, spend it on people who only agree with them. They will totally mess it up. So our advice to the British government as we go into this new era post-COVID is spend money directly into Scotland. Don't put it anywhere near the Scottish nationalists in Holyrood, because they will not thank you for it. They will take it without thanks. They will bank it. They'll pretend that they never received it. And if you give it to them, they'll make up excuses that they can't find it anymore, or it wasn't enough, or it never happened, or they don't have the powers to use it, or they'll find some way of being ungrateful for showing that they have no gratitude at all. That's what they have to do. That they have to do that if they are to promote the cause of separation. They have to be eternally ungrateful, because it is only through being eternally ungrateful that they can push the cause of separation. So spend money directly into Scotland. Don't let it go anywhere near the Scottish nationalists. Don't let it go anywhere near them, because they will be eternally ungrateful for it. And if you waste British taxpayers' money and give it to Holyrood, believe me, I've told you, you're wasting it, and you deserve all the brickbats and all the attacks that will come to you from Holyrood, and all the ungratefulness, because that's all you will get from them. You have to give it. You have to find ways of doing it through directly into people's bank accounts, as HMRC does so well, or via the Scottish office, which you're going to have to build up again. Okay, you're going to have to build up the Scottish office, which is the British Parliament in Scotland. It used to have a massive building, which is now run by Nicola, but it used to have that massive building in Waterloo Place in Edinburgh. And now it's reduced to just a few cupboards in a corner in Melville Street in Edinburgh. So you have to build up the Scottish office again to make it, to put it in its proper place, which is as the British Parliament in Scotland. And through the Scottish office, you will then put money safely and securely into Scotland, without being bothered by the Scottish nationalists, who will give you absolutely no credit for it. No credit whatsoever.